able to hear me yet? Oh, now I'm hearing myself come back at me. Excellent. Hello, everyone. How you doing? You're in the last home stretch here with Bill. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're here to talk about building out .NET Core apps and Xamarin applications using Visual Studio for Mac. That's what Michaela and I work on. My name is Jordan Mathieson. I am a program manager on the Visual Studio for Mac team, where I work on the Visual Studio for Mac platform. So the IDE platform, that's tooling that spans across all the project systems. So we support Xamarin, .NET Core development, and Unity. So my feature set is stuff like source control, NuGet integration, some of the project system, General Chrome, those sorts of items. Which may have Michaela here. Hi,
I'm Michaela. I am a software engineer on Visual Studio for Mac and also on Xamarin and a bunch of other related things. I kind of work across all of the pieces and help make them fit together.
Michaela's had a hand on like just every little feature. If we go into something and I ask a question, she can dive in and get into details about debugger or over on the project system. So definitely a nice breadth and depth of knowledge there. Has anybody in the room worked with Visual Studio for Mac so far? Whoa, that's a lot of hands. This is awesome compared to, well, 2 years ago when we were first released. It was our first time with the Visual Studio branding. We've been out for 2 years now, like I was just saying. Last year, we added in more of the web scenario with some TypeScript and JavaScript. And this year, we've got a lot of good goodies to show you as we go through our demos here. So I'll go ahead and just jump on in. And we're going to actually use this to marry up some of our passions here of technology and gardening or farming. So I myself, I'm lucky enough to have a bit of acreage. I live outside of the Portland, Oregon area, and I've got 2.5 acres. I like doing a bit of more like row gardening, bigger space gardening, experimenting around with raised beds as well. Get my kids out in the garden with me. And Michaela's also got some passion around gardening.
Yep. So I live in the city, so I don't have much space to plant stuff. I have raised beds and planters and irrigation systems, and I like building stuff and growing stuff, so I kind of do both of those. And you can see a few of the many projects that I have there. Yep, planters, irrigation, built the planters from scratch. Yeah.
We had to be focused as we were working on this application we're about to talk to you about, because we both started to geek out on ideas about automating our irrigation systems with programmable solenoids and all these things. We kind of reined it in for more of a stage presence today. But if you want to talk a little bit about what we're looking at there, Michaela.
Yeah, so we decided to build an app to track the growth of our plants. So this combines all the pieces that, so we have an app to read the data. We send the data to the cloud, and then we display that data in a web browser. And we have a bunch of ideas about other cool things we could do in the future, like using machine learning to predict which plants would grow better in certain scenarios, or bring the data back down into the app to visualize it there. But we're going to build this pretty much from scratch in half an hour, so we're going to keep it simple. And despite all of the many pieces, we're going to try and get through this in half an hour, 40 minutes. So we might pull out a few pre-built functions and stuff, but we will be going through the process of building the whole app. So we're going to be reading the data from a Bluetooth sensor using the Xamarin Android native APIs. We have a Xamarin.Forms app, just doing Android for now, but we could use Xamarin.Forms to very easily get that running on iOS later. We're going to be sending the data up to Azure Functions via a REST call. That will be putting the data into Azure table storage. Then we have an ASP.NET Core app that will read that out and display it on the client using Angular. You want to take this one?
Oh, yeah. So Visual Studio for Mac, so the technology I talked about there for a second that we support in the IDE of Xamarin for mobile development, Unity for game development, and .NET Core for like Azure development. You can build out console applications as well, play around locally, publish those to Azure. We've got some support for Docker. Today we're hitting on Xamarin, ASP.NET, and Azure Functions. Just a fun little bit about Visual Studio for Mac itself. The IDE is all written in managed code using our own technology in the .NET family. So we actually build the IDE using the same tools you use to build your applications. MS Build, NuGet, they're all integrated in the product and used to also create the product. So kind of a fun eating our own dog food, as they say, to build our product. That gives us some interesting benefits, too, as we'll talk about throughout the session today. We've got a new preview release out now that debuts our new C# editor as a default in the IDE. We've been previewing a new C# editor for a bit. It is reusing, and this goes back to the point of the managed code, it's reusing the same core as Visual Studio on Windows for some of the core editing things, items like brace completion and auto indentation. The raw text handling is now shared code, and in some cases, we went to bring over features like generating event handlers. We could actually copy and paste the code between the managed code on Windows and over on the Mac. So kind of a fun, concrete example of the IDE being built on our own technology. So with that, we can jump on in just straight to, like we said, we're going to be about 30 to 40 minutes of just demo time as the focus here today. We'll use some of that technology as we go along. Michaela is going to kick it off by giving an overview for everybody of the IDE and also set up the basic project structure.
OK, so this is Visual Studio 2019 for Mac. This is the new welcome screen, which makes it much quicker to get to your code, whether that's new code or an existing solution. So I am going to go ahead and create a new project. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that a bit better. So I'm going to start out by creating a Xamarin.Forms shell app. So this will be using the new Xamarin.Forms shell. We're not going to really be making very extensive use of the shell in this talk, but it gives us a solid basis to build out the app into something more complete in the future. I'm going to go ahead and call that garden tracker, because we are tracking our garden. And we're going to do iOS and Android, .NET Standard. And I'm going to enable Git. So that'll set up our repository for us automatically. Then create that. It'll take a couple seconds to, there we go, zoom back out. So it's just restoring NuGet packages. And here is the solution. So if we zoom in here, we can see here's the solution tree. So there's the solution, our projects. If you look in these projects, you can see the various files and folders and the NuGet and SDK dependencies and so on. Zooming back out a bit, this is the shell. We have the editor here, the status bar. Not quite the same as on Windows. We're going very much for a Mac feel, consistent with the experience of VS, but also consistent with what folks expect on macOS. And up here, we have the global search, which will find pretty much anything. So you can activate that with command period, and you can type the name of files or types or commands and activate them from that. We also up here have the Mac menu, of course, and preferences and extensions. But yeah, so let's look at this solution that was created. So we have here the gardentracker.iOS, which is the iOS front end, and gardentracker.android, which is the Android front end. They're both pretty simple because the bulk of this app is in Garden Tracker, which is the .NET Standard Xamarin.Forms app. And this has the Xamarin shell definition here. And it also has our models and view models and all of that goodness. So I'm also going to go ahead and add a new project. And this is going to be gardentracker.api is going to be our Azure Functions app. So Azure Functions makes it very easy to create serverless serverless apps that run on the cloud and scale out automatically. We're using it here because it's a super easy way to get data from a REST API into our storage. I'm going to go next, call that gardentracker.api. And here we can actually choose a template for what we want our function to look like. So if you're not sure exactly how to use functions, or you just want to get started more quickly, there's a whole range of different functions you can choose from here. We're going to be doing an HTTP trigger.
You'll see a note there, too, about mentioned Azure function updates were available. This is a new feature we put in a little while ago. It keeps up to date with the same templates you'd get through the command line tools like Azure Functions, so that you can always be up to date with those through the IDE without having to take like a new servicing update of the product. Do not click it live for a demo.
No, not going to risk that. OK, so we're going to keep this fairly simple. Just leave all the settings as they are by default. Call it gardentracker.api, and that's going to be there in our solution. And finally, the last piece is going to be our .NET Core app. So we're going to use the template with Angular for the front end. And you can see here that you can choose which version of .NET Core you want to use. As of the latest preview, which I'm using right now, you can also do .NET Core 3 development if you have that installed. I don't have that installed, but that's new in the latest preview. We're going to be using 2.2 for now. I'm going to call that gardentracker.web.
This is one of our new templates. It's in the 8.1 preview that we put out this release. So we've now got Angular, React, and Redux, as well as Razor class libraries as new templates that are in the product that we're starting to preview now. So you're kind of getting a raw preview, a little bit of some of the functionality.
Yeah, so in here, in addition to your ASP.NET Core controllers and pages and so on that you expect, all that Razor and so on, you also have this client app, which is a JavaScript and TypeScript app using Angular. OK, so now we have everything set up. We're going to start to build it out.
I will switch over. We're going to start to fill in the Azure Functions piece of this. So I've got a copy of the same project here because we weren't going to risk the back and forth with Get Live. So I've got just a tiny little addition as well on there with our gardentracker.core project. This is a .NET Standard library, so we can do some code sharing between the projects. We'll fill that out in a moment when we get to the ASP.NET Core solution. But let me I'll add in that functions project again real quick. So what we're doing for this, the first function we're setting up is going to be called the add plant stat. So this will be a function that gets called by the Xamarin.Forms application that will upload the statistics data to the Azure storage backend that we're going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and create this function, and we'll put it. It'll be triggered by an HTTP GET, so I could call it in my web browser to test it out. And we'll put this in the gardentracker.api project, like Michaela had. And then you see a simple function here. We're actually not going to use any of that boilerplate code, so I'm going to delete that for a moment. We'll come back in here. Now I'm going to set this up real quick with a storage account. So in this case, I had a Garden Tracker database set up before. We're going to set up a real quick new storage account in Azure using Azure Table Storage for this demo. So I have one set up. We'll come back and we'll use that. It's filled up, preloaded with some data. For now, we'll just create one called Garden Tracker 2. I'm going to put it in a spot off to the side so I don't override my working environment. Tracker 2, accept all the defaults to create this project. Go ahead and let it get created. So this will give us simple NoSQL solution for storing our database. We're going real basic on how I write my content in here. There'll be a table that will be called plant stats that will hold both entries for plants that define each of our unique plants that you can scan, and then stats associated with those plants. So we'll see this pop up here in a second, and it will give me a connection string I can use to connect to this table. Okay. We also, to connect to the Azure storage, will want to use a NuGet package. So I'm going to go in here, and the NuGet package I want to use is called Microsoft.azure.webjobs extensions. And we want the storage library. So this will set up my Azure function so I can connect to Azure storage. We'll let that get installing here. So we have NuGet support in the product. As a teaser of things to come in the future, that's a spot we've been hearing a bit of feedback around, like solution level package management comes up quite often. A number of you have used the product, so that's like an area we're going to be looking at as well. But we keep doing some improvements on NuGet, keeping it up to date as we go along with the releases. I forget what version we've got in right now exactly, but I know we've done some recent updates to it. Okay. Then my storage account was created, so I can come in here. And on the Azure side, the Garden Tracker 2 account was created, and I'm going to copy this connection string that allows me to connect to that storage account. So switching back to the IDE, our NuGet package has been added. I'm going to just place this in our local settings JSON file here, and this will be the way I can talk to the database. And I'm going to use something with Azure Functions. It's called an output binding here, and I'm going to say that this function returns a table called plant stats, and this will set it up so that it'll create that plant stats table for me. And then we also need something we're going to write to the database. So we're going to create a class. Here I'm using, so I am using our new editor. This is the new C# editor I mentioned, built on the same core as Windows, with the native macOS like Cocoa APIs used for text rendering. So we've replaced the editor we used to have with this newer editor here that brings a number of things to it. Snippets we've had for a while, but if you used our preview of the new editor back in April, didn't have snippets yet. Based on your feedback, we've added them back in. So this is a real simple example of using a pretty standard snippet for me. I'm going to go ahead and create this thing. And this inherits from a table entity object that comes from that Azure Storage NuGet package. And I haven't imported the namespace yet, but you'll see there's a light bulb suggestion here. If I click this, it gives me the option to go ahead and add in that using. So I'll use this to make sure I've got the right using statements up at the top of my code. If I wanted to go real fancy right now, I can go ahead and use light bulbs, remove unnecessary using, and start cleaning things up. But for the sake of the demo, I'm going to stay focused on the task at hand. And we're going to finish off our class definition. So this class is going to have two things to it. We've got one integer that is the plant ID, and then we have another one. Let me fix it up so you can see my keyboard as I go. We have another property that will represent the moisture reading from the sensor that we will use with our plant. So I have two settings there that will go into the table: soil moisture and plant ID. Now to write this entry to the database, first what I want to take, this was called by HTTP GET, so like in the browser I could put a query string parameter like $plant ID equals 1 and pass that along to this function. So I'm going to go ahead and get my soil moisture reading from the query string. I'm going to use really rough data input, no validation. We'll just trust everybody is passing in valid numbers here. And then to write to that table, I actually return a new plant stat. I return my entity here. And this is going to return, there's a couple of things you use on the back end, a partition key that is like a unique identifier for your data in the table storage. So I'm just going to use a GUID that will generate for that, and a row key to uniquely also separate out the data. In this case, I'm using it as a data type, so I'm going to say this is a plant stat entry. There's definitely more to it than what I'm saying, which is kind of glossing over some details for the sake of our demo here. And finally, we have our plant ID. I'm going to take this from the query string. And so this is going to take an ID that says plant ID, turn it into an integer, and put it into our plant ID. And then the soil moisture, this is going to just use our variable from up top. And we'll come back and clean this up in a moment here. You'll notice also some suggestions going on about, or some errors that I've got going on here. So for example, it's telling me that the type I'm trying to return actually doesn't match up with the return value of my function. So in this case, I need to clean up what was the default and just say that my Azure function is going to return a plant stat entity. And now all those errors will go away. I could do a few other things and start cleaning up with some of the other suggestions that come up in the UI, but we're going to stop here. And that is the entirety of our code for this function. So while that starts running, I'll describe again what we've done. Let's make sure I don't need to be an async method in this case. So what we've done is I've used this output binding that says this writes to a table basically. I returned a table entity, and this is going to actually just write the data right into the storage table. Now what happens when I run this from Visual Studio for Mac is the Azure Functions command line is kicking off, building, running this locally, and I will get this URL that I can use to test our function in the browser. And we'll set a breakpoint too. We're running in debug mode right now. I'm going to switch back to my browser, open up a new tab. And you can see I've obviously played with this URL a bit. We're going to say that the plant with the ID of 123 now has a soil moisture reading of 0.4, which would be 40%. This sensor that we're going to use reads percentage of water, like by volume or in the soil. If I run that, the function is executing right now. And as you saw in the URL, I passed in the different parameters. Now I'm at my breakpoint in the IDE. And we're on this line. If I step over, and I mouse over soil moisture, I've got here my 0.4 that I passed in the URL. So I've got full debugging with Azure Functions running locally. I've got my locals window I can use. I can work with watches, play with the immediate window to try some things out. In this case, I'm going to trust my code and just hit run. And we will see in the command line here some messages about the success of the function executing. Now, the final proof that this worked out is if we look at that Garden Tracker 2 storage account and see that my data went to the table. So I'm using another product called Microsoft Azure Storage Explorer that is a Mac application you can use to browse your storage accounts. So I can come in and we should see Garden Tracker 2 appear here. And then under the tables, there will now be a plant stats table. If you notice, when I set up this storage account in the browser, I didn't create the table there, but the Azure function using the output binding actually created that table for me, and it added the rows based on what I passed and defined in our Azure function. So it was dynamically creating the columns as we went. Now, one last thing I could do, kind of showing off the editor a little bit, I noticed that I wasn't really being consistent in my code here. For example, up here I read the query string values and put them in a variable, but down here I did it in lines. So if I want to clean up my code, I could highlight this section, use the light bulb, and use one of the quick fixes recommended to throw in promoting that to a local variable, and now I can have kind of follow my own best practices. I can use the Alt up arrow or Option up arrow and move this line of code around to put it up with the other line of code. And now my code is more consistent in style there, and I was able to use the editor just to kind of quickly tweak and refactor the code. And this would be the time I'd go through and go ahead and clean up the usings and start doing some cleanup of the project. With that, do you want to talk on the Xamarin app a bit now, Michaela?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. 7. There we go.
Now it works in the other direction.
So here we have our Garden Tracker app. And I'm going to go ahead and this app, if you run it as is, I'm going to run this on the Pixel 8 emulator right here, which boots up very quickly because it has the whole saved state and hardware acceleration and so on. It's going to take just a moment to build the app and deploy. It's taking a little longer because this is the first time, so it's actually deploying the shared runtime to the emulator and so on. Subsequent builds will be much faster.
Hamsters are running in the wheel, carrying the bits to the right parts of the yeah. Or as we prefer, rainbow unicorns.
So, yep, here we have our shell app. So it's a very simple item list with an about screen. And if we go into the definition of the app shell here, we can actually see that, so there's a little bit of boilerplate because shell is still in preview.
Yay.
Yeah, but we can see here the definitions of how that looks. And then we have 2 pages. We have our browse and about page. And so those are actually defined over here as about page and items page. And so those are being plugged into the shell as sections at the bottom. And it'll display it in whatever way is appropriate for the platform, so you'll get the correct behavior on iOS as well. I'm focusing on Android right now because I have an Android, but if you wanted to do iOS, that would be very easy too. So I'm going to go ahead and actually rename this to enter data page, because we're not browsing and creating items, we are entering data. And the data that we are entering is coming from this thing, which is a ruler attached to a Bluetooth sensor with unicorn duct tape.
Very important.
And I will be using this to measure soil moisture values from these plants. So I'm going to do this live. Hopefully it works as well as it did in my hotel room.
Michaela managed to find these plants at the last minute yesterday to find a good plant store here in town. It was a very trendy plant store, so each plant was $9 or so. So plant, you want a moisture sensor for something like that so you don't let that thing die, right?
Yeah, they're really good plants. Yep, let's see. So I can delete the detail page because we don't need that. Then I'm going to rename, I used the shortcut Command R for that. I'm going to rename the enter data page, rename that to enter data page. It automatically renamed the backend store. I'm also going to do the same thing with the view model. Delete the view model. And rename this to enter data view model.
And you'll notice while Michaela is doing these things too, the different icons there for the pluses and the little green dots, that's our Git integration. She's actually doing this against the Git repo that we've been working with. So we've got Git as a first-class citizen in the IDE for being able to clone from Azure DevOps or GitHub or any Git repo and monitor status like that from within the IDE.
Yeah. So I'm going to go into this page here. We don't need a list anymore, so I'm going to delete that list out of there. And I'm also going to rename that to enter data page. Okay, and we don't need the add toolbar item for now. So I'm going to use the preview here, so we can actually see this as I do it. I have to zoom out a bit so we can see that. Maybe I'll just squish that in there. There we go. Also, by double-clicking on the tab, I can actually collapse down all of the surrounding pads so we can focus on the code here. So I can go ahead and start writing, have an entry, and we will see that entry show up, placeholder, plant ID, and so if I zoom into this, you can see here our Android version of the page, and also if we render that for iOS, we'll see what it'll look on iOS as well. So because it's forms, it's using the native controls to render those. We actually boot up a simulator in the background and render it, so it's exactly, you get exactly what you would get on the device. I'm also going to add some padding around that, and that updates instantaneously. You can also switch to different device sizes if you want to see how it looks on different screen layouts. Now, I'm not going to go and write all of the XAML right now, so I'm actually going to pull that out from a version I created earlier. I'm not the world's greatest XAML expert. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the more complete data entry page. So we have a space for the ID of our plant. We're just going to give our plants numbers for now. I would write that on a little plastic tag and stick it in the pot if I had those, but I don't. And we have a button here to read the sensor and a button to submit that to the web service. This currently only works online, so we're not going to be doing offline storage right now. So looking into this in a little more detail, you can see here that I'm restricting it to a numeric keyboard, for example. I'm using various layout options, and I'm binding this to various things on the view model. So I'm binding the plant height to a property called plant height. I'm binding the plant ID to a property called plant ID, and so on. So we're going to need to. So if I build this right now, we'll actually get errors because those things don't exist, and the XAML compiler will get unhappy. But let's just go ahead and check that. Okay, so we have a few errors. Various things do not exist. The items detail page does not exist. Yes. The items page needs to be renamed to. So I'm actually going to use the quick fix here to. Oh no. Let's see. So I'll rename that to enter data page. And we don't need that on item selected or add item clicked. And we don't actually need to do anything when it loads. So this is going to be a little bit simpler. And we'll also need to rename that to enter data view model. I could probably have used a rename for that. Yep. Not sure why initialize component isn't loading there.
Your constructor, yeah, there you go.
Oh, that would be why. That should be coming from content page though. Oh, that's because that's generated in the code behind. And this doesn't. I need to rename that too. So this is kind of the nuts and bolts of just turning the pre-generated model. So I'm actually going to just skip through this and save you all of the pain of seeing the renames. And I'm going to go ahead and take my pre-built data entry view model. So here we have our data entry view model. So we have a command to read the data, a command to submit the data, and these are the properties that we were binding to our XAML. And those, as you can see, use the normal, the set property to notify the changes, so the XAML will update when we assign values to those properties. We also have this sensor reading, which has this plant data data type. I'm going to get to that in a second. And submit data just uses an HTTP client to construct a query string to submit that data to Jordan's web service. And we wire up these read data and submit data to the commands. And if I double click on this again, the solution pad will come back. Or I could actually have just typed command period and done enter data page to jump to that several enter data pages. OK, so yeah, so you can see here that we're actually using some more complex binding here. We're also binding that sensor reading object. We're binding the properties of that object to string formats. And let's build that again. Still errors. Where did those arrows go? Here we go. OK, so we are missing a type called iPlantMonitor. So the iPlantMonitor is how we're going to be reading the data. So because we're using Xamarin.Forms and there isn't a cross-platform API to do the direct low-level Bluetooth LE operations we need, we're going to have to use dependency injection to have an Android-specific implementation of reading the data. So I have this plant monitor service that I'm reading from the dependency service. So I can use Alt-Enter. That's the shortcut key for quick fix. It's a lot quicker than using the light bulb. And I'm going to generate an interface called plant monitor in a new file. And then that should, it does not seem to be opening. Okay.
It is a preview release right now, yes. So we get a few little bumps here and there.
Okay, so I am going to skip ahead. How are we doing for time? Okay, I am actually going to just go ahead and open the version that I built earlier, because we're a little tight on time right now.
You will have seen in the code, too, I was noticing in there that Michaela had a different endpoint versus I was building out the Azure function on my laptop, but she was talking to it from hers. That was the final step with Azure Functions, is I could go in, right-click on the project, and publish to Azure. And then from within the IDE, you can pick out different things like your plan and set it up and publish that. And so then I sent her last night a live URL she could use to be able to plug in for the demo application. So that was kind of the final step with Azure Functions, is being able to publish that on up to Azure to use in your production application, for example.
OK, so here's the pre-cooked version of the app. Here's one I made earlier.
It's that convenient second oven on stage in the cooking shows where you put one in, and on the other side is the finished product.
OK, so let's use command period to jump to that iPlantMonitor. So here we have our iPlantMonitor. It's reading data, returning us struct. And we can use go-to implementation on that. Oh, I guess it doesn't have an implementation in this project. But so here we have the Android plant monitor. So the Android plant monitor, in our main activity, we're actually going to register that Android implementation of the plant monitor with the Xamarin.Forms dependency service. So when the Forms app, which actually the Android project references the Forms project, but the Forms project will be able to get our Android implementation. And if we go into this, let's go to declaration. What's going on here? That's what happens with preview versions sometimes, at the worst times. Okay, so go to Android Plant Monitor. Actually, you could actually see here also that when I jumped to the file with command period search, I could actually just type and plant monitor, and it matched on the camel case. So you don't have to type in the full name. You can just type in just enough to match it. So here's our concrete implementation. We're making sure we have permissions. We're creating a device, going directly to the specific device that I have here, so that we don't have to do the scanning, but you could also do the Bluetooth LE scanning. Then we read our data point. This code gets a little bit complex. And then we return a plant data with the readings that we're getting from the device. So I can now go ahead and run this on our Pixel again. Again, this is taking a little while because it's the first build of the pre-built copy of the solution.
Okay.
It's installing. So here is the running app. Now, the emulator doesn't have Bluetooth, so I set it so that if it couldn't find a Bluetooth device, it would just return blank data. But I can hit read sensor, and we have that spinner is bound to the state of the model as well. Type in the name of our plant, and if we go and look at this data model, data entry view model, and put a breakpoint in here, we can see that when I hit submit, we're going to hit our breakpoint, and we have our plant data in the debugger here, sensor readings, and so on. So I'm now going to let Jordan take over while I deploy that on the device.
All right.
And start sending data up to our table.
Thanks, Michaela. So what I'm going to do is now we're going to build out the ASP.NET Core project. I'm going to go ahead and I'll jump to the final thing and walk you through what all I changed to turn the default into a portal for showing me the moisture readings for each plant that we scan over time. As a quick segue to that, let me show you what we're going to build upon. So the new Angular template, Michaela showed creating using this ASP.NET Core Angular template. This uses the popular Angular JavaScript framework with TypeScript as the main programming language you're using, along with HTML and CSS for styling your application. This is the same template you would get in Visual Studio on Windows. You also get it through the .NET Core command line. If you haven't seen it before, I'm a fan of the default content of this template because it shows a few things that are actually a bit more interactive. It shows you a multi-page client application. All this runs in the browser, no requests back to the server to bring down, say, a whole new HTML file to render. So this is all happening on the client side. Gives a demonstration of working with Angular and TypeScript, and sets up a project so that you can edit it back in Visual Studio and kind of rapidly iterate on it without having to think of some of the details to get started and necessarily think of what's going on behind the scenes with the Angular build, which is really nice when you get started. You, of course, step into knowing those details as you really work with the language. But for example, here, I've got the hello world. This is the home page. And the way this is built out, all of your client-side code is in this client app folder. And the way it's working with Angular is, briefly, there is, oh, there it is, the app folder. There we go. There's a definition in code here in TypeScript of the application overall, the different components and modules that are used to build up the application. Set up your home page, which for this application, in the end, it amounts to having using routing, which is how you navigate between the pages, and each page is represented as a different component. So here's our home component. This is the home page. And I could take, and if I delete all of this content and hit save, I'm going to switch back to my browser, and you'll see the page refresh live, and I get a live reload going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace that blank slate now and put in some charts to show the moisture readings for the plant. I'm going to jump over to the final version here to just walk you through what I did in that source code and give you a general feel for what's going on. So we will stop the project from running. And this is a new feature we put in our 2019 release. I can come down, right-click on the icon in the dock, and just fire up a new instance of the IDE. So this will create a whole new instance of Visual Studio .app, and you'll see I now have 2 versions of it running down here in my dock. I'm going to open up the one here that is my final project, and we'll focus on that. So I can say goodbye to my friendly step 1 right here. Now to demystify some of the magic of what goes on in this code, oops, trying to use a shortcut that wasn't working for my current setup. There we go. Using Command plus here also lets us increase sizes. Great for a presenter if you want to zoom in like we're doing. And what I've done in this application is, again, we take that. If you remember from the functions demo, I had a connection string to Azure Storage. So here in this project, I have a connection string that goes into my app settings for development. This goes to that one I told you was primed with test data. So I have a garden tracker table that I'm going to connect to. There's some code in startup.cs that writes to a property called storage connection string in my application that simply lets me access that connection string in my code. And then what I layered in here as well, we're going to go ahead and set this running. I know for a fact there will be a quick bug that will give us an opportunity to jump back into this code, but I want to show you first how we get the data. So we'll switch back to our IDE, Command-Tab. And also in this default template, there are the controllers. These are web API definitions that are created here. And I've got one I've created called the plant stats controller. This is what's going to get my plant stat data from the Azure table storage. And you'll see if I just jump ahead over here, switching back to my browser, and I'll put in API/plant stats, you can see a breakdown here. This is actually showing us here in Firefox the kind of data that came from the server. So I had one plant here, which is one of the plants on stage. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name right now. The next one, like I have in my garden, the beefsteak tomato, and each of those has a different statistic recorded, a reading, for example, of soil moisture, showing the level of the moisture in the soil at a different point in time. And so I have several of these different plants. Rainbow carrots are another favorite amongst myself and my kids, and then a ficus. And so this is the raw data coming back from that web API call. And so the code and the function here, there's a bunch of stuff going on, but in short, it uses the NuGet package for Windows Azure.storage to let me get at a table, iterate over items, run a query, and for each item in that table, each plant and plant stat in the table, I hydrate my data model. I have a plant object and a plant stat object that are built up to let me kind of traverse that data in C# if I want. This code from this service, it wrote back in the browser. You saw that text output. That was JSON. That can be read by the TypeScript code on the client and turned into objects on the client side. So if we look at the TypeScript code back in our client app, again, we're in the source, the app folder. This is the world of our client for the rest of this demo. Client app has in here a definition of all the web assets. So package.json is used with NPM, that's the Node package manager. It's like NuGet if you use NuGet with .NET development. And I've added a couple packages in here. If we switch over to save on time. Before the demo, I had run a few commands of, none of those commands. I'd run an npm install -- save. Ran a command like that, and another one for the chart.js library. These took those packages down, installed them locally so I can work with the chart components. And then once those were brought down locally, my application and the TypeScript code, I go into the app. I have your app module that defines, again, the lay of the land for the application. And in there, I import this thing called the charts module so I can use charts. And finally, in the TypeScript code, I have here, this is the code for the home page now. So with Angular, you have a component is made up of the markup that is the UI. So here's a template URL, point to that HTML file. If you remember, we cleared that file out a moment ago, and it cleared it out in the browser. That was in the HTML for this component. Behind that is TypeScript code that is the logic on the client side. And the logic I have here, what it does is call, if I scroll through, there's a bit of setup in this code to set up the way the charts are going to look in the UI. And then it makes an HTTP GET call to that API plant stats API, which we looked at in the browser a moment ago. And the results from that call go through here, and they're bound to objects on the client side. I set up the chart so we can see the data in the UI. I've got one odd issue right now that hit me right before the demo. So I'm going to restart here and launch this without that line of code running. There was an issue with the TypeScript contract that it was telling me some signature was bad. So I can get it working here for the demo. This will run. You will see no charts. We'll change that line, and you'll see the charts, which are coming from our backend table. Well, that's going. Is that just about ready to be able to demo?
Yes, it is.
We'll switch over to you in a second here. I'm almost there. Teeing it up. So here you see on the screen, each of these was that data from this service. I don't have any charts yet. Switching back to the IDE and fixing that one line of code. Switching back to the browser, it refreshes, and now I can see a chart of my data, and this is all straight from the Azure Table Storage. So the last piece of the puzzle there was the HTML for this, which says to basically, it lays out the UI, and then it uses Angular to go through each of the plants that I got from the service, and for each plant, list out the name of the plant and a canvas, which is used to draw that chart. So real quick run through on those, but with the time we got, let's get over and see this Bluetooth sensor working.
Very cool. OK, so now let's get some data sent up to that. So here we have the app deployed and running on my Pixel 3 right here. Can't really see it super well, but because of the brightness. But here is the app running on my Pixel 3. And I have my Bluetooth sensor stuck into the plant pot. And when I hit read sensor, it's going to read some values, and I'm going to type in an ID. And the plant looks about 36 centimeters high, so I'll put in 36 centimeters. And then I'm going to hit submit, and should hit the breakpoint in, oh, we did not hit the breakpoint. Oh, I think I launched it directly rather than via the debugger. Let's launch that again in the debugger. So this time the breakpoint should work. OK, so put in some values. Read sensor. Takes a second to read that from the Bluetooth device. And we have values. I'm going to hit submit, and we hit the breakpoint. And when you look at this sensor reading, you can see that we have actual real live values from the plant. So we can see the conductivity and light level, moisture, and so on. Live data from that, and when I hit continue, that will go up to the web service.
Okay, well, we were right at the home stretch here, so we went through a lot of stuff. Let me walk through that real quick here, kind of to wrap it up. I hope that was kind of interesting. We obviously had a little bit of code kind of sitting behind the scenes to pull that together there, but What you got to see there, working a little bit in reverse order, is we showed the ASP.NET Core support in Visual Studio for Mac with our new single-page app template with Angular. You got to see us using a little bit of HTML. There was some CSS in the mix, too. TypeScript, for example, we have syntax highlighting in the IDE, and an entry to our support. You will see more with the JavaScript development TypeScript story as we go forward in the future. C# editing, that has been a giant focus for the last 6 months plus in our team. As I mentioned, we have the brand new editor in the IDE for C#. We start there. We're going to start doing things like taking that same core and making that function for stuff like TypeScript. You will actually see, jumping ahead of myself a little bit, you'll see the XAML language service being the first one after C# really on that engine as far as one of the really big editors that, like you saw demoed today. So look for that in a future release after we get our current 8.1 release done. Azure Functions, you saw that you could build and debug those locally. I can publish those to Azure from within the IDE. And then in Xamarin development, we used the Xamarin.Forms shell, which is a nice, quick way to come up with a cross-platform, platform-agnostic UI for your application that looks nice, gives you a great starting point. Editing and debugging on Android from all within the IDE. You saw that today. We also have iOS that we didn't dive into too much. You can work with native APIs like Bluetooth. And then editing with C#, we use some analyzers throughout, little quick fixes and changes. We've got just about all of the new ones. I say just about because there's a few that had some richer UI in the analyzers with some quick fixes you can apply. But we've got pretty much all the ones that you have in Visual Studio on Windows, and we're working on keeping up parity with the analyzers that come up in both products. The new editor also has some things we didn't get to show, like multi-cursor editing. I can place multiple cursors in one place and simultaneously edit those regions of code, whether they're aligned or not, different places throughout the file. And word wrap, a sometimes surprisingly popular feature, but like when especially you're working with markup in some large files, comes in super handy. We're happy to now have word wrap support in the IDE.
And emoji input support.
Emoji import, I don't know how I keep forgetting emoji. And that also actually does have native input support. So if you work in a non-English language, macOS has like a long key press, you hold down E, and then you get it, would suggest accented characters for that keyboard. We now support that in the IDE as an example of using the native text handling functionality in macOS, as well as right to left support. Our editor did not have that before. So if you're in a user of a bidirectional language and you use our editor, that was a huge thing that was missing that now we're excited to be able to bring in. And then there were a number of other things throughout 2019. The C# editor was originally previewed, and now it is going to be the default in the IDE, and we're working toward that being live. That is in 8.1. Preview 1 is available now. We'll show you in a second how to get that. The 8.1 release, that target for that will be based purely on the quality. When we feel from all of you that the editor is ready to go, that release will be ready to go. For example, we shipped it in April. We heard from everybody, I don't have snippets yet. That bumped it up to the top of the list. Snippets are in. We want to know what else do we need in the editor. You saw the new start experience. It gets you to your code faster. Perf and reliability is a big theme for the IDE over time. We're doing tons of work to address that in the product. Every release brings a large number of fixes in that area. One good example would be in our Git backend. We replaced or updated the backend with this 2019 release to address a number of reliability and performance issues. And we're going to keep working on that. Looking ahead, we'll start doing the same for debugging as an example of another target area. And finally, the Android developer experience had some big optimizations in 2019. For one sample project, it was almost a 30% improvement on build times and almost 2 times the improvement on deployment times. So it's a really good release for the Android users out there. So finally, if you please try it out today, here's some ways you can get the product. We have a check for updates option under the Visual Studio menu. In there, you can go to the stable channel to get the latest release version. You can go to the preview channel to get the preview we showed today. And a quick plug for my friends with the Azure Fast Track. This is a group of Azure engineers you can work with directly to get advice on onboarding with Azure. You can check out their booth over at the hub over there in the convention center. Go to that URL, and you can always connect with us directly if you have any feedback. There's our links to our docs. Report a problem, provide suggestions, talk to us directly on Twitter if you'd like. We need customer input to guide anything we do, so we love to be just one-on-one discussions, happy to chat. And on that note, we're heading to the booth next over at the hub in the code area. There's a Visual Studio for Mac area kind of at the back of the building. in that corner. So if you want to come find us over there, we'll be around for the next hour and a half. And then there's a quick last few sessions here. Michaela, and I think I might jump in on that one a little bit. We'll be doing a Channel 9 quick interview with Maria in a short while. And then there's one more session today around Xamarin and mobile apps with ASP.NET Core Web API. So we're right at time. I want to thank everybody. If you have questions, please come on over here, and we can also chat over at the booth. And thank you so much. I hope that was useful, and I look forward to seeing you all later. Have a good one.